The ratings for this week's AEW Dynamite Fight for the Fallen episode are now in. Several AEW stars post photos of themselves with WWE Hall of Famer Edge ahead of his match tonight on SmackDown, which could be his final match inside of a WWE ring. The identity of Leatherface on this week's Dynamite in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match has been revealed, and Sting and Darby Allin appear at an independent pro wrestling event. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of All Elite Wrestling. Let's start off talking about the ratings for Wednesday's edition of Dynamite. Of course, it was a special Fight for the Fallen special episode, and the August 16 episode of AEW Dynamite saw the ratings for the show go up. Now, viewership for the Fight for the Fallen special, according to WrestleNomics, went up 3% with an average of 874,000 people tuning in compared to last week's episode, that being 846,000 viewers. The key demographic between the ages of 18 to 49 is up 10% this week, with 412,000 viewers for a 0.32 18 to 49 rating compared to last week's 18 to 49 rating, which was a 0.29. Per the report, Dynamite was also the #1 show in cable for the key demographic. Second place for the night was taken by the coverage of the Little League World Series on ESPN. WrestleNomics has also shared that the current most watched video on Dynamite on YouTube is the segment between Chris Jericho and Don Callis. Jericho ended up saying yes to joining the Callis family, but after a picture revealed of Callis holding Jericho's severed head, things turned sour, and it ended with Will Ospreay making his return to AEW and beating up Jericho on behalf of the head of the Don Callis family. It was later announced that Jericho and Ospreay are going to be facing each other in London at the All-In pay-per-view at Wembley Stadium. Also, during Wednesday's episode, Leatherface, yes, Leatherface, made an appearance during the first ever Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match between Jeff Hardy and Jeff Jarrett. Orange Cassidy successfully defended his AEW International Championship against Wheeler Yuta. An intense sit-down interview with Kenny Omega. Dr. Britt Baker advanced into the AEW Women's World Title match at All-In. And in the main event, the Young Bucks defeated the Guns, representing Bullet Club Gold. What are your thoughts on the ratings? What were your thoughts on this week's episode of Dynamite? Let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comment section below. Now, let's talk about Edge. The Rated R superstar may be finishing up in WWE. He may be retiring after his match against Sheamus tonight on SmackDown. And a new photo shared by AEW star Dax Harwood has got the wrestling world talking, further heightening speculation of Edge's possible WWE departure, as can be seen on the screen right now. Harwood shared a photo with the Rated R superstar and Beth Phoenix on the eve of Edge's SmackDown match against Sheamus, which was revealed by the man himself to be his final match on his current WWE contract. Edge has previously revealed that Harwood and Cash Wheeler of FTR helped prepare him for his in-ring comeback in 2020. In fact, Edge name-dropped Wheeler and Harwood by their real names, Daniel and David respectively, during his rivalry with Seth Rollins in October 2021, telling his wife in a backstage segment that he had sought help from the AEW stars to deal with Rollins, who had invaded Copeland's residence. Furthermore, Edge attended an indie event last year to watch FTR do battle with the Rock and Roll Express, subsequently tweeting that he had taken a little road trip to catch up with some old friends. In a 2020 interview, Edge also revealed that he and FTR live in the same neighborhood in Asheville, North Carolina. While Edge resides in Asheville, he will bask in the glory of a Toronto homecoming tonight on SmackDown, where WWE will continue to celebrate the 25-year anniversary of his Hall of Fame career. Edge, who debuted in June 1998, told Toronto fans on Raw last August that he would be calling time on his career the next time he returns to Toronto. As such, there is a legitimate reason to believe that Friday could mark Edge's farewell in the company. Some fans, though, believe Harwood's photo could be an indication of Edge making a quick stop in AEW, where others, such as Christian, Chris Jericho, and the Hardys have chosen to spend the twilights of their career, suggesting that maybe, just maybe, Edge could have one final match against people he's faced off in the past. And this was further heightened by another star posting a photo of himself with Edge, that being longtime rival Matt Hardy. Yes, Matt Hardy posting an interesting picture to get the wrestling world talking about Edge possibly becoming All Elite. Matt Hardy recently turned back the clock and posted a throwback photo with 3 other superstars he is very familiar with. His brother Jeff Hardy, currently in AEW, Christian Cage, currently in AEW, and current WWE superstar Edge. All 4 stars previously worked with each other during their first stints with WWE. As tag teams, Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys were highly accomplished, scoring multiple tag team titles each. They have also previously faced each other in tag team action several times and also singles action. On Twitter, Matt Hardy posted a throwback photo to 2018 during WrestleMania 34, where the 4 shared a moment. It was actually during a table for 4 taping. None of them were booked for on the match card that year, so this could have simply been a reunion of sorts. As I mentioned, it was actually for the table for 3, table for 4 special taping that they did. AEW star Matt Hardy previously expressed that he wished to wrestle against the Rated R superstar in his last match. The 2 tag teams have previously squared off in multiple situations, and their matches against one another are a big part of why both teams achieved huge popularity in the first place. In an interview with the Daily Mail around 2 months ago, Matt revealed that he has always wanted this to be his final match alongside his brother. For him, the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian put each other on the map, and this would be a perfect way to close out their careers. So the question is, do you think there's any chance that Edge could become All Elite? Or tonight on SmackDown, is it going to be his final WWE match, but also is it going to be his final match ever? Let me know your thoughts, your predictions, your speculatory thoughts in the comment section below. Now, social media is still talking about Leatherface on AEW Dynamite this week in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match, and we now have the identity of the person behind the mask. According to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, the identity of Leatherface is confirmed. Leatherface appeared on August 16's AEW Dynamite in a match of the year contender, seeing Jeff Jarrett defeat Jeff Hardy in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre match, which received universal acclaim and 0 criticism at all from literally anyone that watched it ever, right? This is sarcasm, obviously. Some people don't know sarcasm. Towards the end of the match, Texas Chainsaw Massacre star Leatherface made an appearance, chasing several heels backstage. Fightful have since learned he was portraying the iconic horror movie star. Fightful Select is reporting that they have learned that Dean Alexander portrayed the role of Leatherface for the event. Alexander has been wrestling for All Elite Wrestling for about 2.5 years, first appearing on the March 2021 episode of AEW Dark in a Dark Tapings event. He's worked at least 3 dozen dates since then. He's regularly teamed with Rosario Grillo and Charlie Bravo. Perhaps his most prominent match was teaming with Kid Bandit against Too Fast, Too Fuego, which again was Fuego del Sol, and his partner, brother, it was Cody Rhodes under a mask. Now, the Wrestling Observer newsletter reported that AEW got over $100,000 in sponsorships for the spot, which AEW President Tony Khan donated to food banks in support of the Maui wildfires. So there you go. That's the person behind the mask. It wasn't really anyone that was particularly well known or anything like that. Finally, Sting and Darby Allin, and I guess the more surprising part of this is Sting, was at an independent pro wrestling event. While AEW's All-In pay-per-view may be next Sunday, August 27, 2023, one of the biggest matches of the night boiled over last night into an indie show. While AR Fox was at his WWA4 Pro Wrestling School last night for their typical Thursday night show, he was greeted by some unwelcome guests, seemingly popping up to get some revenge for Fox's recent assault on Nick Wayne at the Buddy Wayne Wrestling Academy. Now Sting and Darby Allin brought the fight to AR Fox in Atlanta. During a run-in for a beatdown, Sting initially held Fox down while Darby Allin prepared for a big coffin drop while the crowd chanted no. Unfortunately for both the crowd and AR Fox, Darby ignored their pleas, completing the move as cameras appeared to be rolling, so perhaps we'll see the interaction in greater detail soon on AEW television. You can actually see the video in question. Here's the footage of Sting at a pro wrestling indie show in 2023. Well, you know what they say about payback. Certainly, it's some would say it's a bitch. Now, Sting and Darby continued their terror campaign on the way to AEW's biggest pay-per-view show ever, All In, live from London's Wembley Stadium next weekend. Set to feature on the big show a tag team coffin match pitting AR Fox and Swerve Strickland against Darby Allin and the icon himself, Sting. So again, what did you think of the footage? What do you think of Sting appearing at an indie show? Do you like the angle? Let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comment section below. But there you go, guys. The latest AEW news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.